What's up, everybody? My name is Aaron Osborne. I'm the lead engineer here at Fab Factory Studios, and I'm gonna give you guys a tour of the Melody A and B rooms here. So let's go check it out. All right, so first thing you'll notice when you walk on in is there's lots of art everywhere, and even the walls themselves everywhere in this place are art pieces. And people like to say that this place has a creative aura, and it's just a very inspiring place to walk into and a cool place to work. So let's go on inside the control room here. I'm gonna show you guys that. All right, big heavy studio doors. And this is the control room for Melody A here. First thing you see is this big, beautiful console. This is our SSL 4000E. We have 40 channels of this. It's an incredible console. I've spent a lot of time to really learn this thing inside and out, to be able to use it for any type of session. We obviously do a lot of recording in this place. I absolutely love recording. I'm obsessed with it. And especially when you get to do it on a full console like this, it's great. The pre's on this thing are amazing. The compression is amazing. The EQs are amazing. The routing and everything is super simple and intuitive. It's just a great centerpiece for a studio like this. We've done quite a few different types of sessions here. Everything from drums to full bands to strings to I've even recorded some big bands and jazz bands in here. The console is killer for all of that. Even the headphones, everything, the effect sends, everything on the board. It's just so simple and easy. And like I said before, the pre's really can't go wrong with SSL. So to go over some of like the other gear that we have in this place, we're kind of stacked with compression. We have some different types of EQs, but really when you have EQs like this, let alone 40 channels of them, there's not much more that you need. It's pretty incredible. But some of my other favorite things in this room are the 5052s. We use that on a lot of strings, a lot of vocals as well. And those things sound amazing. They have like this silk knob in here that's red for kind of like that more classic 1073, those harmonics, and the blue, which is the Rupert Neve's kind of modern take on adding some flavor. Obviously right underneath we have these UTAs, which are really cool, versatile preamps. You have lots of options, transformers and everything. And then we also have the APIs, which, you know, if you want some cool guitar tones, you know, some flavor, or even on drums, on stuff, they sound great. We have all the classic compressions, stereo pair of 1176, LA2A, you really can't go wrong with, and CL1B, the classic. Every studio's got to have at least one. So we have one in here. That gets used all the time for vocals, among other stuff. Over here, distressors. The distressors, I feel like they don't get used too much these days, mainly on drums, but like these are killer vocal compressors, you know? They sound amazing. You know, some of the other stuff, DBX, retro, some additional EQs like the API, and we have a lot of other stuff here. The Burkasti Classic. Now, one of the cool things about this room is we actually have an EMT 140 plate. The real deal, the big thing, and it sounds insane. It is killer. I love using it wherever I can on sessions here, and I always try and encourage people that come in to record here. If you can use it in what you're recording, you might as well, because nothing, no plugin or anything sounds like a real plate, and even every real plate is going to sound different from each other. But that's all patchable from here. We actually have it patched in, so you know, whatever you're going into here, send it on the first effect send here, and you know, you have your inputs and record it, and it's all in there. So we'll show you that in a little bit in the gear room. What we did with it is really cool. So I think you guys will be excited to see that in a little bit. As for monitoring for this room, we have some killer mains. We have the PMC 82s with the subs, the big stacks. They sound great in this room. One advantage that I think Fab has over a lot of other studios is just our monitoring in general. You know, as you'll see in our B room, we have a great set of mains in there, and that's honestly my favorite sounding room that I've ever been in here in LA. And then as our near fields, we have focals, and these are just another great pair of reference speakers to pair with the PMCs so you can really hear your mix recording in two different sets of speakers that are pretty different from each other in the best ways possible. That's our monitoring, and that's pretty much about it for the control room. It's a great space, has enough space in it to get comfortable, set up some producer workstations in the back. And at some point, we'll show you guys just running through a session start to finish here. I think it's a really cool process to see and something that I really enjoy that I want to share with you guys. So for now, let's make our way into the live room and see what's going on in there. But first, actually, before we make it there, I want to show you guys the tech closet to show you what's running in there. So behind this door is where all the tech lives, minus a computer, because our Mac studio is actually in the control room, so we can have Bluetooth and AirDrop. But in here, for our converters, we're running Lynx Auroras. They're just studio standard, state-of-the-art, you know, top-of-the-line converters that are just super clean, sound incredible. We have our TV distribution system, headphone distribution system. We're running Avioms, although for simpler stuff, we have the stereo cue off the console, which is great. But the Avioms just allow us to have a little more control for the people recording for their own levels. And then we have all these RJ45s, like Cat 5 and above, so anything is possible when it comes to routing. That's what our Avioms go through. That's what our TVs go through. So if we want TVs, just patch them in, and our TVs hook up to the wall panels via the RJ45 ports. We've even had scenarios where people have rehearsed in here and they have like their D-Live mixer in here, and they have all their inputs on the other side, and we just patch all of that straight through RJ45 into the control room, just patch points in there. So really, anything is possible. And then, yeah, the power supply for the console. And this room is entirely an HDX room, so that there is no latency or anything. Now we're gonna make our way into the live room for Melody Room A. So this is the live room. Take it all in. It's really an incredible space. It's new, it's fresh, it's a comfy space to record in, and it's big enough so that we can fit ensembles, bands, fit a whole big band in here that I recorded at one point. This entire area here, the control room and live room, this was built by Brad Keeler, which if you don't know him, you should, because he builds incredible studios. He's built a couple of the other rooms here at Fab. He's redone some rooms at Capitol, along with many other studios around here in LA. And just his craftsmanship, his attention to detail, especially in a room like this, is just truly state of the art. So the centerpiece kind of this room is our Steinway. It's a 1969 Model D, and it's a big old grand piano. We've had people come here just to record this piano. Like it's really an incredible sounding piano, and it's basically the centerpiece of this room. To show you some other things, we have a booth here. Right now there's some amps inside of it, but we fit a small drum kit in here. People want a little bit of isolation, super dead room. This is a good room for a little drum kit. We also have one more booth back here. This is where our TVs on stands are right now, but especially for like film sessions when people need to record the picture, bars and beats and stuff. We roll out the TVs, bring them into the live room, and set them all up, and we'll have ourselves a little session. So yeah, that's the live room. Of course, stands out here, ready to go. And we also have lots of stands and everything in here. So I'll take you guys inside the gear room, and this is where our EMT 140 plate is. This is where the mic locker is. This is where all the magic is stored. I'm going to give you guys a little look. Don't look at the code. It's top secret. All right. Turn the lights on. This is a gear room. And this is our EMT 140. It's hanging. It's hanging. So Brad and his guys did this. I don't know how much of it was for acoustic reasons, but the reason was to get it off the ground so we can have storage and more space underneath. So that was the big reason why it's hanging, but it also looks crazy. But yeah, this EMT 140 is from the 1950s. And it has a big crack in the side that's glued up because it came from a Fox scoring stage, if I'm not mistaken. And they have their plates in a lot of these studios way up in attics and stuff. And the story that I heard about this plate was that they had all these plates in the attic of this scoring stage, and the attic was built around it. And so in order to get the plate out, they had to cut it in half to get it out of the attic. I don't know the entire story in that much detail, but from what I've been told, that's the legend behind this plate and why there's a big old crack across it. Yeah, to go over all the other gear in here, we just have extra gear and stuff. We have our Avioms. This is what we use when we're using the stereo send off the console. So this just plugs in from the wall, and then it's just a single stereo send with 4 headphones, and it makes things super easy when you're doing super simple sessions and people don't need to adjust their own individual levels. All our cables, we have them sorted by type and size, super easy, grab and go. Try and make it as easy as possible for myself when I'm setting up sessions to just be able to grab stuff, set it up super simple. That's why there's also a small collection of mic stands out in the live room. So if somebody needs something quick, it's already there. Just grab it, set it up. And then we have our mic locker, which again, can't look at the code. It's top secret. But these are a lot of our mics here. We have kind of all the classics, the 87s, we have a 67, we have a C800, lots of other stuff. We have a lot of Lewitt mics. Lewitt is great. Sponsor us. Cam 184s, 414s, pretty much everything you would need to record just about anything in this room, no matter what type of project that you're bringing here. And we're constantly expanding our gear and our mic locker as well. So drop a comment on what your favorite mic is, and we'll see if we have it or if it's something we should get. But yeah, that's the mic locker and the gear room. We'll walk on out, show you guys the lounge, and then one of my favorite mixing rooms here, which is Melody B. All right, so this is the lounge here. Again, there's just art everywhere. We want to inspire creativity everywhere you walk in this place. Cool thing in here is this coffee table. It's actually a diffuser that was epoxied or something into this cool coffee table. It's also really heavy. But this lounge, whenever you book A or B, this is a place that you can come hang out and enjoy drinks, snacks, chill out, get some fresh air, or he's still inside, so just, I guess, take an ear break. The other cool thing about this place is we actually have a top secret wall panel here. If we slide this thing out, I don't know if we can, yeah. So behind here is a wall panel. This ties into Melody A and B, but we have used the bathroom, the hallway, even this room as a reverb. We've hooked up, a microphone and a speaker in here to use it as a reverb. We've also set up mics in here, and sometimes even recording drums is cool. Sometimes I'll like to prop the door open for some stuff and set up some mics in here in the hallway, and it has a great sound to it. A nice tail for recording stuff. So that's kind of a little top secret trick at Fab. So if you want some cool reverbs, if you want to record the Fab hallway or the Fab lounge, you can do that. So It's really cool that they incorporated that here. Let me show you guys Melody B, which has a little bit of history to it, and we'll walk on in here. So this is Melody Room B. As you can see, it's a very cozy, warm place. A lot of people use this as a production room, mixing room, writing room. This is the kind of place that when you're writing or recording vocals, just set up a mic in here and just record sitting on the couch or standing up. We even have it set up here so that this headphone box is already plugged in so that people can just hang out on the couch back here and listen, record, do whatever. So for this room is running off of an Apollo X8 so that people can either use the computer in here, or a lot of people just bring in their own computer connected to the Apollo. Everything's integrated into the patch bay, so it's patchable from anywhere. There's a booth that connects to for people that want that option, but most of the time I find people just recording in the room because that's the kind of place that this room is. For these main speakers, we have Augsburgers, which sound absolutely incredible in here. Like, they sound killer. It's insane how good they sound. Like, we didn't even have to tune them. So a little bit of history behind this place. This whole section actually used to be Echo Bar Studios. Fab took it over, completely remodeled it, added their own creative touch to it, rebuilt the live room and everything. So that's what this currently is today. But at Echo Bar, this is where Dave Pensato used to do a lot of his recording. And this room actually used to be Bob Horn's old mixing room. So I think that's part of the reason why we were able to put a pair of speakers in here and it just sound so good. A lot of the gear in this room is actually Dave Pensato's old gear. So these NS10s that we have as near fields are Dave Pensato's NS10s. This NTI EQ, which is essentially the OG Mag EQ, that's Dave Pensato's. And this Locomotive 14B, which is an incredible vocal compressor and just an incredible compressor overall, that is Dave Pensato's as well. Then for our preamps, obviously the X8 has 4 unison preamps, and we have 2 BAE 1073s. Then we have the Grace as the monitor controller. And that's about it for this room. It really is an incredible writing, mixing, production room. It's kind of a do-it-all, cozy little space. Come and get comfortable for the day or the night, whatever your vibe is, and make great music in here. I know I've made a lot of great music in here, and I know a lot of other people that have made great music in here. And maybe you guys could come here and make some great music as well. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour of the Melody A and B rooms here at Fab Factory Studios. Now we have about 14 more rooms to show you. Just kidding, but we have a lot of really cool spaces to show you. This is more than just a music studio. It's a creative compound where we do all sorts of arts, media, entertainment along with music. We have a lot of cool people to introduce you to and a lot of cool things to show you. So if you want to stay updated, like and subscribe. Follow us on our Instagram at Fab Factory Studios. And if you want a personal tour or want to book the studio even, you can email us at info@fabfactorystudios.com. Check out the website as well. Everything will be in the description links. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.